What is up, homies? It's your boy, Mike Mason, here for a special edition of a Glass Art Society virtual conference pre-party. We've got an incredible demo ahead from David Sandidge, sincerely a modern master of glass sculptural technique. What y'all are about to see with these wings and assembly is just incredible, and somebody who's been doing this at Disney and other studios for a long time. Gosh, I just wanted to take a moment to talk about this virtual conference. If you're watching this, mad years from now, this is the year everything went crazy due to a virus. The conference was suspended, and now they're having a virtual conference. I want to preview that, and man, I've got some bunch of sticker packs to give away later or whatever. Special prize to go along with that. Actually, I've got some polished. These are hard to see. Let me introduce y'all to my lovely co-host, Carrie Strope.
Hello, welcome everybody. Glad you could be here for this pre-party for the virtual gas conference. It's so great that they were able to make something for us to all get together to watch that was glassy this year in lieu of not being able to go to Sweden.
Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah. So okay, I'll show you guys what's in those. It's this color comb cluster, which here you can see all polished up into a guitar pick. But what I've got are like fat polished coins of this. I'm gonna throw those into some sticker pack prizes for you guys later.
They are
Um,
beautiful. Lucky winners there.
yeah, and then guys, I wanted to take a second to talk about this virtual conference. There's a link in the video description that will take you right to this page. It's below like David's and Eric's and the homies' Instagrams and such. Guys, they have put together an absolutely incredible virtual version of this conference, which, if you're not familiar, this is a conference, for glass workers of all kinds. It's like everybody you've ever seen in a Corning video partying together. It's just an incredibly beautiful and uplifting experience, that honors this medium that brings us together here right now. Like I said, every day this thing is completely stacked. Uh, with They're all here on these pages. I'm not going to sit here and but I just wanted to take a second to show you guys the depth of programming that they've put together for this virtual conference. It's a feat. I really can't believe we're going to get to enjoy this. So this is later this week, you guys, and that's part of the reason we're sharing some content from the 2019 conference. There's lectures, live demos, panels. There's just so much cool stuff. There's
There's even
glass.
happy hours and stuff, I guess, that are a little bit extra for registration. I'm not sure how they're going to do that. Maybe Zoom or
They're
whatever.
already
But
full, so
oh,
yeah.
really? Wow.
Anyways, this looks really cool. Glass and 3D printed ceramics and such. Yeah, there is so much going on. That's just one day. This is Friday. The homie Eric Goldschmidt doing the live demo. The other homie, David Willits, doing a demo. David is one of he ran the flame area at the gas conference in 2017, and that's the year that we did an official broadcast of the flame demos, and we'd applied to do an episode of Torch Talk, and it turned into kind of just doing a live broadcast for our community. And I wanted to just mention that for a second because that's the whole reason that I've been doing what I do since. The opportunity to capture the flame demos that year, which were completely stacked with pipe makers. I was like, I'm gonna get a camera and I'm going to get as good as possible at this. And events like Melt and Glass Vegas had me and us out to film, and I kind of got up to speed as fast as I could. But it really was that opportunity. Like, it changed my life. The conference was incredible, and like I said, David Willits was running that. And then since then, they've kind of seen the mission from Glass God to document glass process stuff, and have allowed me to continue filming at these conferences with the artist's permission. And it's something that is I feel so grateful to be able to share what we're gonna see And if you're not familiar with this coverage, if you go to torchtalk.com, go to playlists. There's a Glass Art Society conference playlist that has, demos from the past few years. And these are just, some of the best flame workers alive. It's a tremendous honor to capture this stuff. So I wanted to just take a second to talk about that and to thank the Glass Art Society for, kind of opening their heart and arms to our community. They're like the oldest arts organization for this thing, and we're kind of like the new kids on the block. But I mean, if you guys want to talk about history, the first pipe made at Corning was Salt doing the demo at the 2016 conference. Is that right, Carrie?
That's right. I was right there. I watched that.
Right. Anyways, I don't know. Like I said, I just wanted to take a moment to express my gratitude and appreciation for this kind of unique position that I've been in, not just with our industry, but with an organization like this that is, bringing in the best alive and allowing me to share a little bit of that magic with you guys. So huge, huge, huge thanks to them. If you're not a member, glassart.org, there's all kinds of cool benefits as well. Shipping discounts, profile stuff. It's so cool. And yeah, like I said, I just wanted to take a moment to highlight what's happening here, because I'm telling you, it's going to be like the glassiest few days online ever. All this stuff is going to drop at once in the morning and then in the afternoon, and it's kind of like the flow of the real conference, where like in the morning you got to choose your demos from a massive list, to watch together, and then you're off to the next thing, and then maybe a quick lunch, and then you're off to the next. And I can't believe it, but somehow they've lined all of this up to go live in the next few days for this virtual conference. And yeah, so all right, I think you guys get the idea. This is happening. I can't wait to join you guys in the chats and be part of this party. So huge thanks to Gas for putting this on as well, and kind of giving us something to do, and honestly giving everybody a taste of this conference, because it's such an incredible experience that I wish everybody could come out to. It really is that good. So anyways, we're going to get this demo started. Like I said, afterwards, we're going to play some games together. You guys, we've been doing, if you're newer to the show, Torch Stock is our current format. And we do a demo, and then we play some games together. And I just want it to be kind of like what we do if we were all kicking it. You know what I mean? Type of thing. So that's the vibe. We'll be playing these online games together after the demo. And yeah, let's get this party started. This demo was narrated by Eric Goldschmidt, who you guys saw is going to be doing a demo there during the conference. David was, they kind of had a back and forth, but Eric was on the mic on the MC tips. So it's like a double treat. Two people I just have the highest level of respect for, getting to talk over this. And, Eric is somebody you could listen to talk about glass all day. So, all right, enough of me. Enough making this show about me. Let's get this party started. Hell yeah, thanks to everybody who joined us, and I'll be there with you guys in the chat while this is going down. So, all right, let's do this. What I'm going to do is overlay some color
on these solid rods. I'll use a double amber purple fluoro color, and that's what I'll use for the feathers on the wings.
I noticed when you're up in Corning, you have a very specific way of even just building up your prep, which gives you very clean, even prep. So I know you'd hope to have this independence done before getting here, but I think it's pretty valuable stuff for everybody to see.
Right.
Absolutely notice. So if you guys have any questions, throw your hands up in the air. I'll make sure David gets some of these. A little too focused at the moment. We'll work it out.
Also been told that I often make real funny faces when I work, so don't take it personally.
It's part of warding off the evil spirits with the dragon.
Well, it just oftentimes techniques work better if I hold my mouth a certain way.
Perfect. Lino does the same thing. Why not? Yeah, so David got started flame working when he was 15. I introduced him to a company that his brother was working for at the point called Glass Baron. And Glass Baron has been around for a very long time doing sort of production figurine work. A lot of the glass figures that you might see, whether it's Cracker Barrel or even the Disney shops had a bunch of Glass Baron work as well. You'll see a lot of sort of fantastic figurine-related things. Many of them mounted on some similar bases to what David relies on for this work as well. And he tells me that in their heyday, and Glass Baron was a company out of Virginia Beach. They still have their headquarters there. Most of the glass is not made there anymore. But at one point they had 120 flame workers that all worked at once, just two long hallways with benches, sort of a couple of folks sort of face to face. So 60 flame workers long, two sides to this huge hallway, and they used to produce massive amounts of ware. And David obviously started pretty early with that. When he'd get out of school, he'd head over, get some glass made for Glass Baron, and eventually became one of their main designers and developers of products. And David has this incredible catalog of designs in his head. He probably knows thousands of different designs, exactly how much material goes into each one. He's got them all timed out because he's done a level of production work that very few people on the planet probably ever have done. And he was then recruited by Arribas Brothers, who have contracts for glass shops in all the Disney parks all around the world. And David became the leader of the glass shop. He would develop a lot of designs, travel the world to introduce those new designs to the different shops in all the different parks. And he also was the go-to guy on the Disney staff to do all sort of the high-level awards for corporate awards, corporate gifts, and he has since gone out on his own, but some of the work he was doing for Disney, and I first met David, I worked for Disney for a short stretch of time as well, and he actually wasn't working for them at the time, but was living down there. His wife was working for Disney, so we managed to connect that way, and I was blown away by all these amazing award pieces that he had made. Very large, heavy, solid figures with perfect detail. And Disney really puts you through the ringer if you're making their characters. You have to get characters approved. You go through this process of giving them your initial design, and they tend to come back with some notes and things you got to change, and you develop your next design off of those corrections. And it's very discerning. You have to nail the characters, and there are very few people who work solids on that level that accurately. And he's an incredibly efficient glass worker, incredibly accurate sculptor. And he's equally as accurate in his own designs as well. And you notice, even with his prep, everything's nice and consistent. Each stroke of that color is going on the same thickness as the previous one. So when he goes to work this glass, it's going to work nice and uniformly. The color density is going to be uniform throughout the wing. So that all starts with every step of the process. And you notice how he's able to stripe the color rod down a really long length of clear rod. You guys ever try that before? And the clear rod starts cracking as you're laying it down there. Well, notice how he sort of works back and forth in the flame as he's sliding that color rod down. He's applying a little bit of heat to the clear rod as he's getting just enough heat on that color rod to keep it moving. And after watching David in January up in Corning, I actually adjusted a little bit of my process to be a little more accurate and cleaner. And now I don't run into that thicker clear rod cracking as I'm applying the colors. So sort of back and forth, keeping the color moving, keeping the heat on the clear. And you can get away with coloring up a massive section of rod here. So while we hope to avoid this end of prep for his demo, it's super important, very handy thing to watch. So thanks for being forgetful, buddy. We appreciate that. So we had a program up in Corning back in January where we focused on itinerant glass blowers. Itinerant glass blowers were folks really from the 16th century right up through the middle of the 20th century who would travel the world, travel the country, and do sort of novelty shows of glassmaking and incorporate glassmaking into sort of a carnival sort of atmosphere. And one of the very popular design styles for that genre of work were loop stitch pieces. You might have seen things like ships where it's a bunch of loops of glass that kind of build up that ship. Well, I've been looking for a reason for a while to get David up to Corning, and that was a particularly proper reason to get him up. He happens to be brilliant with that loop stitch technique as well. He mentioned when he was starting off around 15, he made piano after piano with that loop stitch style. If you've seen much of that genre of work, you've certainly seen the pianos. And I learned a ton from him. I had no idea there really are 3 or 4 and possibly many more different approaches to how you can apply those loops and sort of build out different patterns. So again, he said just a massive catalog of designs and techniques wrapped up in that brain there. So now David's just smoothing in all that color that's been applied there. And since he's applied it so uniformly right off the bat, it's going to be pretty quick as far as melting it in, getting it all smoothed in, and then being able to start to apply it to a wing for us. So David, this qualifies as a large format dragon.
Large format dragon.
Like Mason agrees. Yeah, what do you got? You've got some double amber purple for color there. Okay.
Which is the same one you see right here.
Yeah, so double amber purple, that is a really dense combination of silver and germanium. So it's going to stripe quite a bit. You can see sort of the range of color on the wings of that greenish dragon there. So we will get some effects from a little bit of striking, a little bit of reduction, depending on where he is around the flame. So it makes for a really beautiful sort of fantasy color there. It definitely works. you have for the body? Is it this blue that you've got over here?
That is a color called Peacock Chameleon.
Okay. Yeah. Peacock Chameleon. So it's got a little bit of sparkle to it. Does that strike as well? Some silver to that?
Yeah, it's got some silver in it. Not much sparkle, but silver. Yeah.
So that's got some silver in it as well. So
The
you'll
color
see
will
some.
change quite a bit from what you see there.
See a lot of reduction from that
Yeah.
silver. Okay. Yep. Yeah, so the striking colors and reducing colors work really well for his process. You can see in a couple of these dragons how he's got that really nice sort of flow and variety of color. And a lot of that is simply from applying colors that will strike or will reduce. Any color that's heavy in silver, if you get it under a sort of a reductive atmosphere, that silver is going to start to come up to the surface. You get a little more of the blue, sort of the fumy whites and grays mixed in there as well. And really what a reductive flame is, just means that you've got a little more gas running such that there's not enough oxygen in there to combust all that gas, and it simply will have some different effects in the reaction of the chemistry of the glass. So some of those silvers will come to the surface and you get some fun effects. And so it keeps a really uniform diameter through this entire thing as well. The more consistent your prep is, the easier it is to apply. It's just simply going to apply more consistently stroke after stroke. And as he's applying and trying to create this beautiful wing style here, it's really helpful to have everything uniform. Each stroke he's going to make, there's not going to be much tooling. You see this really spread, sort of thin webbing in the wings. He's not going to do that with tools. He's simply going to do that with the heat of the glass. And he's going to use some of the stiffer parts of that rod to manipulate the softer parts and really stretch those out. It'll make a lot more sense as you see him really start to dive in. And when I was working at Disney, there's still plenty of David's product around there, and I was quite curious to see how he pulled off these wings. Finally got a chance to see this past year. It only took, what, like 8 years to see him make a dragon.
I do a lot of different wing styles. There's a wing style there where the wings were just flattened and then shaped from, I just basically prep up the color like I did here and then match it either with this hand masher, or if I were to go larger, I use a small arbor press where I can match that glass into almost a potato chip, make it real thin, and then I'll add some texture and pull out the points, and so the wing is all one piece, whereas this one is different. It's built up with color in between each one of those webs. Alright, so I'm going to put this in the oven and prep one more of these. This won't be quite enough to go through a whole wing. And everybody say hi to Austin, he's my doorman.
We should get him a velvet rope. Doorman. So as you were applying the color, you've got an oxidizing flame going there. So another thing to notice about a silver germanium color, if you want to really maximize sort of the transparent purple effect that you can get from a silver germanium color like an amber purple, as you're working it in, if you go with an oxidizing flame, you'll notice as you're heating that color, a lot of the silver is going to rise to the surface, and you're going to see sort of a silvery haze along the glass. As you work it with that oxidizing flame, you're going to continue to burn off that haze. Once you've got that haze burned off, and you then go to apply the color, to whatever your finished sculpture is going to be, you have a much better opportunity to get a real nice transparent purple range. If you don't burn off that haze, you might just wind up with a gray. So sort of a gray film still on the glass. So again, it's got a pretty heavy oxidizing flame here as he's applying the color. Burn off that haze as you go, and then when he really goes to sculpt with it, it's going to get some nice color effects. So you can really maximize those silver germanium colors. There are a lot of them out there. Different densities of silver and germanium give us a whole range of different colors in the palette. If you go with a really dilute silver and germanium, you're going to get a transparent yellow, like a yellow striking yellow. A little more dense, you get into the amber purples. More dense, you get into really saturated amber purple, like a double amber purple. All the different color companies have their own sort of names of those different ranges of silvers and germaniums. You go a little more dense, you're going to wind up with sort of a butterscotch color. Even more dense, you wind up with a caramel that's going to be really dense and opaque. So really just by adjusting densities of silver and germanium, we've got a pretty broad palette of possibilities. So notice you really soaked a lot of heat into that clear rod. You didn't get it moving much, but it did soak a lot of heat in there. Make sure it's really well soaked in. But then again, as he's applying this color rod, he's sort of balancing between heating the color rod and making sure to keep the heat soaking in on the clear. Glass is going to tend to crack in a situation like this if the heat gradient gets too far from uniform. So if he's got a really hot spot and a really cool spot, whether that's the surface being really hot and the core being really cool, or one end being really hot and another end being really cool. So throughout the process, he's just trying to maintain core heat within the clear rod, and also maintain enough heat from one end to the other that he's not going to build much stress in there. Little back and forth, just getting the color and the right color of the flame, enough of the flame grazing on the clear. And again, nice uniform applications of the color. By controlling the angle at which he's holding that color rod, he can control how much color he's applying. If he goes at a steeper angle away from the clear rod, he's going to get a thinner application of color. If he were to bring that color rod closer to himself as he's laying it down, he's going to wind up with a thicker application of color. So by keeping that angle of approach consistent, it helps him to get a consistent layer of color. And making sure to not leave any gaps in there. He doesn't want to leave any clear peeking through or trap any air bubbles.
If I do get a gap, sometimes I'll just either go back over and stripe over it, but being very careful not to create a bubble. If I'm afraid of that, I can also use my tweezers and just pinch the two stripes together to close the gap.
So it's nice to see David finally getting out here for some more public demos with gas. Micah Evans and I used to refer to David as the greatest glass blower you've never heard of. And he is incredibly talented and working glass for 40 years. And again, has just a massive catalog of product that he's made, different designs he's developed. He's incredibly efficient in how he works. And mentioned to me that in design development, both with Glass Baron and with Disney, they used to time everything out. They knew exactly how much material each piece was going to take. They knew within a minute or two how long a different piece was going to take.
Within seconds. I worked with a foot pedal.
Within seconds.
I make a piece, I hit the foot pedal, and it would register the time on a computer that was on the wall. So I was setting production standards for the production line. Sorry,
Who could keep up with you? His staff once he cracked them into shape, I think. You want to make money doing figurative work, you better have it timed up. And there aren't large margins of profit versus material and cost in that sort of a market. So every second counts. It really does. And you'll see that even on very high-end productions. You guys have heard of Steuben Glass. Their glass makers used to be on very tight timing as well. They knew exactly how many seconds of material dripping out of the bottom of a furnace would equal the right amount of material for each finished object they would make. And I know with David, with his materials, he'll cut down an exact amount of material that he knows he needs for the dragon body. Warm that up in an annealer so it's soaked through, and you can go with that, and that's going to work out to the medium format dragon or the large format dragon, or is there an extra large format dragon? Probably.
Back in the day, sort of I would say when I was in my 30s, I had much bigger guns here. And so this would have been sort of a large size, and then I had an extra large size. So I would go, up to about double that size. The diameter of the body.
And I know some of the awards that I've seen from you are some massive chunks of clear Moro, whether it's different Disney characters or whatever they may be. He really is skilled at working very thick solids and very large scale, which if you try to continue to grow your own scale in solids, you know how difficult that can be as you sort of grow things up. You get that much more opportunity for shock and for things to crack. You really got to track your temperature throughout the piece very accurately. Pretty quick applying the color. And every step of the way, he's keeping this as efficient a process as possible. By applying the color uniformly, when he goes to melt it in, it's a lot less melting. It's already uniform. He doesn't have to spend a ton of time getting all that color to sort of even itself out. And it doesn't spend a ton of time on the marber either. See, a lot of folks really marber the glass to death. It's if you keep it fairly uniform, you can just use the marber really to chill the glass a little bit, get it to sort of firm up in place, and just keep moving right along.
Well, at the factory, we were taught, and I taught, again, like Eric said, efficiency. So timing was so important that I would watch the other guys out on the production line, see how much time they spent just looking at what they made, or marbling and marbling and marbling, and you just have to teach them that you get it done and move on.
The hotter you can keep the glass, the less time you have to spend heating it back up. So if you keep that core heat in there, and especially as you grow the scale, as I mentioned, if you let that core heat get out of the piece, and all of a sudden you're really heating the surface, you've created a big discrepancy in temperature from core to surface, and you're adding a lot of strain. If you can keep that core heat within the piece, as you're working around the surface, you have a much greater success rate. And you can work through a piece that much faster. Watch really good furnace workers, and the glass never stops moving until they're done. Keeping that heat in there. And it will start to save you hours of work over the course of a workday just by keeping the glass the right temperature.
All right, I'm going to start to do some assembly. I got about an hour to go on my demo here. So as I go through, I'll just add some parts. So this is the dragon body. I am reheating. Well, it stay hot in the oven, but I want to get a little bit more core heat into the body where I'm going to attach the leg. If you think about it, you know, that oven is going to hold the glass at a temperature of about 1,000 degrees, give or take, and that's enough. That annealing temperature is enough that the glass doesn't shock when you take it out of the oven and go into the flame. But it's still not a very deep core heat, right? So I'm gonna keep on working this glass around there so that core temperature rises up to a much safer temperature to work with.
Give yourself a little room for error there. If you get below 1,000, you're starting to risk some thermal shock and some cracking. So if you keep that core heat up around 1,100, the glass isn't really moving at that point, but you got that extra 100 degrees or so that's going to keep you that much safer.
And the leg.
One thing I noticed about David's dragon design that was really helpful for me with designing some of the figurines that I've developed through the years. Notice the claws. You risk making a very fragile claw if you just have this real sharp, pointy claw coming off the tip of a toe. The way he sets up his toes, there's a little more thickness at the end of the toe, and he sort of works the claw a little further back onto the toe. It's got a little more stability. The piece doesn't rest on the point of that claw. It rests on the ball of the toe. So he's able to get a really fine detail, but he's not risking fragility by applying that. It's a very smart way to get a fine detail in there that make a structurally sound object. Really comes up with some brilliant postures for the dragons too. I love the way that they work as sort of compositions, the way he frames the body with the wings, the way the bodies sort of coil in around themselves, and look for these aggressive forms that really work into a nice, tight composition. He also, when he makes his attachments, they go together so hot that he won't spend a ton of time with the hand torch. I see a lot of flame workers, particularly in Boro nowadays, who make their attachments and they spend a ton of time with a hand torch trying to clean that up. You get that together a little bit hotter, let the glass really flow together on that initial attachment. There's a lot less cleanup with a hand torch. Some designs are so complex it's hard to get them together as hot as you may want, but if you can find a good angle in relation to the flame of the piece where you can really get that glass white hot, get it to flow together in that first touch, it's going to save you a lot of time in cleaning it up. If you can save 3 minutes of cleanup in each leg attachment, and then each wing attachment, and the attachment of the head, boom, there's 25 minutes saved right there just by making that initial connection nice and clean. If you want to work efficiently and actually make some money with some production, you better be efficient. And every little touch makes a difference. So again, finding an angle where you can really get both parts cooking. As he goes to put these together, the glass really flows together. He's not forcing it together. If it's hot enough, it flows. Even with these stiff floral colors.
Is this color completely over the arm? The arm that is attaching, is there color all the way around?
Is the arm completely encased in color? Yes, it is. Yeah. And he does have the clear puntty on there, but as he removes that, he'll get all the clear off of there. Won't have any clear exposed at all. It seems like the angles of the appendages, he knows exactly where to place those things.
They're all set up.
Right.
Yeah, he knows exactly where he's going. He's made this this dragon posture many times, hundreds if not thousands of times. So he knows exactly how each appendage needs to be angled in proportion. He knows exactly where it's going. Yeah, that's another aspect of being efficient is sticking with that design plan too, and not going astray where if you adjust one leg, it goes a little differently, and then you need to adjust everything else. Yeah, he knows exactly what direction he's headed.
Okay, so I'm going to start constructing a wing. I'm going to use this little bit of color, this prep, and then I'm also going to use that amber purple prep that I did just showed you a few minutes ago. This will be the arm of the wing.
And you can see what we were talking about earlier with that heavy silver in this blue glass. What he started with, peacock chameleon here, quite a bit darker than the initial rod form. You see a lot of that silver came up to the surface, so you get a little more of that whitish effect, some lighter blues, a little bit of grays in there.
I'm going to have it modeled with dark ruby.
Okay, so some dark ruby frit down there to give a little more of a mottled effect as well.
And I use different size frit to give it more of an organic look. I'll mix fine frit with reinforced frit.
You guys hear that okay? Another thing that's worth paying attention to here is fairly subtle. You guys ever run into trouble where you attach a pumpy rod onto another rod like that, and you start working in the middle of that, and all of a sudden the pumpy starts cracking? It happens pretty regularly. Well, as he makes those attachments, he's not just feeding the very end of the rod where he's attaching, he's also working a little bit of heat further back in the rod, so there's a little more of a gradient of temperature from cold glass to really molten glass. By creating a little more of a gradient, there's going to be less strain on the glass, your punkies are a lot less likely to crack. So think around where you're heating, not just exactly on the point where you're heating. Glass is expanding with heat, it's contracting with cooling. If you sort of think about it in those terms, you come to a much better relationship with the glass. You put far less stress in there. If you really think about what it's doing on a molecular level or an atomic level. You'll notice a lot of this shaping is very little touching the tools. It's heat, gravity, and really heat gradient. He's controlling where the glass is hotter, where it's cooler, and that is really what's going to set up his shapes. There's a certain point at which the scale gets so large, you can't just beat it around with your tools and your marker. You've really got to pay attention to your heat gradients, how the heat's flowing through the material, how the material's responding to where it's hotter and cooler. Yep. Is everything sketched in advance, or is it planned in your head? How much sketching do you do?
How much, I'm sorry?
How much sketching do you do?
Very little sketching. From time to time I'll sketch, or I will reference pictures as well. But 40 years of dragging.
And as you develop new designs, do you sketch in clear at all, or do you sort of process things and just go for it?
I process and go. Alright, so I'm going to start pulling out the wings here. Timing and temperature is everything. Notice I'm hesitating, right, a lot. Let this glass stiffen up. And now when I pull it out, it stays, it goes thin in that direction and it stays wide that way. If I pulled earlier, it would have just folded up and pulled out like that.
And again, with this attachment, he's not going to have to go back and clean it up. He had his temperatures just right. That pause and then the pulling, he gets nice uniform transition from one solid into the other. Not building any strain. So this is sort of a bony effect in between sort of the web and the webbed looking areas. A little bit of cobalt in there.
This is irid.
Irid. Okay. So that also is cobalt with a little bit of silver to it. This will be that sort of contrasting color that separates the web sections of the web.
My bag, there's another pair of tweezers, small tweezers there, please. Thank you. I just like to have tweezers on both sides. You know how it is when you're searching for a tool, or you want to pick it up with your right hand, but it's over on the left side of the desk. Right?
Do you primarily work with striking colors?
I like to, but not always. Especially when I'm doing ceramics, you know.
It gives full effect.
Alright, so setting up to add another one of those big webbed sort of sections here. And this will be wider and bigger than that first section. So to prepare a bit more molten material.
Watch closely as I lay it on. I hesitate, but I also push back up into it. And that sort of grabs a hold of the glass that I just laid on. And pull it out very slowly and stiff.
So using some of the stiffer part of the rod to really reach in and grab some of the more molten material and pull it to that thin web bit. When I first started seeing David's wings, I assumed that he matched the glass before he applied it to get it that thin. He could save a whole big step. And then again, that's another 2 minutes off of each section of wing. it's temperature control. So everything's the right temperature where it's going together, and he's able to use a little bit of the stiffer part of the rod to manipulate, thin that back out. Another thing to note, David works at such a good pace with this. He's able to leave that amber purple rod just down on the table while he moves into this next step. The prep's uniform enough, and he's quick enough that that's not going to cool down too much. It's not going to shock while it's sitting there. By the time he gets back to it, it'll be still warm enough to just throw right back in the flame. So again, efficiency. If you're a little slower than this, you leave that rod out on the table, it's going to start to crack. And you might have to then garage it while you're working. And there's another 2 minutes of walking back and forth to the annealer, getting some kiln dust off of it. Can I switch spots with you, please? Thank you. Copy that. Again, as he lays this in there, watch where the really molten glass goes. Watch how he digs back in with a little bit of the stiffer part of the rod, so it grabs that really molten material, stretches it back out. He's also using a lot of the extra heat from the molten material he's adding to apply extra heat necessary to make that good attachment. So he doesn't have to overheat the wing where he's applying the fresh material, because that fresh material is adding additional heat for the attachment. And that pushing together and then pulling apart also smooths out that seal. It prevents him from getting any really awkward angles and real stressful undercuts.
My end after each pull, so it's ready to go for the next pull.
That's another little hint of his efficiency there too. If he sets that rod down and it still has that awkward tip on it, and he goes to pick it back up, it's that much cooler. He's going to drive that much more heat in just to reshape it. But by reshaping it before he sets it down, it's still really hot. He can reshape it that much faster, and boom, there's another 2 minutes saved. And also by making that tip more uniform as it sits on the table cooling, it's less likely to shock. So a lot of little 10-cent tricks here.
The bigger it gets, the more important it is for me to really focus on keeping the whole thing hot. The last thing I want to do is stop in the middle of this wing, put it in the oven, and wait for it to come up in temperature. No saying. An old glass blowing friend of mine used to say is, you can't beat the original heat, right? So if you have to put it away in the garage, and then bring it back out, bring the whole thing back up to getting that core heat, which is takes so much more time. Almost never really match that core heat we got from the beginning.
Yeah, and once you lose core heat, the only way to get it back in there is through the surface, right? So you lose that core heat, all of a sudden you have to pound that much more heat into the surface, you're going to affect what you apply to the surface. So keeping core heat can save you a ton of trouble in all sorts of ways. So laying it on, letting it set up a little bit where we first attached, scooping in with the stiffer part of the rod, getting a feel for how it's stretching, and then finishing the hole. Get nice thin webbing that way, without having to flatten it before applying it. And again, really controlling shape with temperature. You want a water glass on both sides too, buddy?
Sorry?
You have tweezers on both sides, so we have a water glass on both
Right.
sides.
Honestly, I'm just trying to be nice for you all. So my desk at home is a disaster. The scraps don't usually make it into the water jar. They're all over the place on the floor. Yeah, no, I just wanted to get some heat back all the way into the knuckle because I knew that it was getting cold. And if I hadn't done that, it would have probably exploded on me by the time I got down to it.
Did you guys notice that before setting it down? Rather than just reshaping the very tip, at the far end where that punky's attached, the color wasn't completely melted in. It's also got a little extra strain because you've got that attachment there. So before setting that down, he knew he got close enough to the end that it was going to start to apply even more strain where that punky was attached. So soak a little bit of heat back there, ease up some of that strain, get more uniform temperature going throughout it. Now he knows he can set it down, it's going to be safe, and when he picks it back up, it's very unlikely to shock when it goes back in the flame. Paying a little more attention to where the heat is, where it isn't. Makes a huge difference. So even as he's heating, he's really watching the movements of the glass to judge how uniform that heat is. Watching it flow, watching it fall from one side to another, so he knows if it's really softened uniformly all the way through before he goes to apply it. And notice he uses different regions of the flame for different actions here too. And he's really trying to heat up a massive material. He's got that mass in the center of the flame, really in the hottest areas. But when he's going for finer detail, he's working off the edges of the flame. That's where you're going to control your fine details. Things off the edges. Yeah, you can get fabulous t-shirts that will tell you all about the different regions of the flame. And who puts those out, Sandage? Oh, you do. Oh, yeah. The shirts. Sandu owes you a shirt, David. I think that's what he just said. He said a shirt for you. He really hasn't adjusted the flame much throughout this whole construction of the wing, but just by using different parts of the flame, you can get different levels of control for the different levels of detail he needs. The center of the flame is really just for cooking big amounts of material. Aside from that, learn to work the edges, learn to work the further out in the flame if you need a little softer heat. So are you sort of eyeing how much material you're getting molten? Are you measuring that molten mass against the rest of the diameter of the rod you have? I knew I tend to do that as well. You sort of use the original diameter of the rod as scale, so you can think about how much of a mass you've got molten relative to the rest of that rod, and it will help you to match appendages that much more easily. It's amazing how quickly these things grow too. It's a beautiful big wing now. Again, proper temperatures as everything's going together. One layer flows into the next one. It doesn't have to go back with a ton of heat to clean things up. Get that temperature right on the first application, save a ton of time.
Given up going back and reheating the oven. I mean, the container. Because at this point, I've lost my core temperature way down here. If I were to go back and reheat it without putting it in the oven first, it would surely crack. So, really want to get this done and get it in the oven now. So I'm going to put one more wet piece on it. It's going to be smaller than the other one. And then move on.
As you're building this, you're sort of working the heat in one direction also. Notice he's not working haphazardly. He didn't start at one spot, then work way off in another area, come back to that original spot. He's working that heat progressively in one direction. So the heat gradient is going in one direction. And again, trying to avoid imbalances or extreme imbalances in temperature.
Okay, back into the garage.
Oh yeah.
Great. Now it's assembly time, huh?
Continue with construction. Again, like I did before, I want to be sure to get a core heat all the way into the body.
So as he's getting ready to attach that leg, rather than just heating the surface where that leg gets attached, soak heat all the way through. He just heats the surface and the core stays fairly cool. You might get that leg attached, but it's going to crack into the core. If that happens, it might be fatal with a piece like this. Eventually, you're going to see the colors separate a little bit on the surface.
And it happened to us in Vegas.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was able to take two halves of the dragon and put them back together. Lucky enough, you couldn't see the seam.
David and I were on a team for an event in Vegas, the International Hot Glass Invitational. We had a team as well, Bon Dear. That was a pretty fun event. So, 09, 2010 maybe? 2010. That's pretty fun. A lot of really big pushes were made for pieces in that little red show. Yes.
Solid exclusively, or do you use polished?
The question is, do you work solid exclusively, or do you also work hollows?
I work hollow. One occasion.
You have a couple of pieces in the Imagine Museum show that have some hollow elements to them. You have to make it over there. Now, your hollows, most of your sculptural elements tend to be solid. Not many of those are hollow.
I have some dragon pipes at home, guys.
So another thing to notice in the sort of the construction process here, where the heat is, where it isn't. He's going to keep working in the same general range, not really move very far from that area of the body, unless he can move the heat into a new area slowly and uniformly. He's not going to be working down by where that funky is. And if he starts working down there, forget it. Everything's going to crack and not going to have a good time. So he can work in this area for having both legs. That heat is penetrated all the way through there just fine. It's perfectly safe working in there. And that heat is sort of creeping further and further forward to where that head attachment is going to be. Order of process is really important. He goes in a different order, and he's sort of attaching one of the hind legs, and then maybe the head, and then another hind leg, and then a wing. So he's pushing that heat gradient all over the place, and he's going to build a lot of strain, and it's very likely to crack. Or he's going to need to soak the piece in the annealer for a while before attaching that next section. So he's worked out his process to be able to build this as efficiently as possible. Work where the heat is, move that heat slowly to the next spot where it needs it.
Basically, like,
Start on a head. I was gonna try to make a dragon body.
solid section, and then they use it down and clean it out.
Half the prep, but it would still probably take me more than like 30 minutes. So I'm gonna try to make as much of a dragon head as I can, and then of course finish the assembly of the head and the wings of this dragon.
David knows his timings on his pieces so well. When we had him up to Corning, we did a big event with the itinerant glass blowers, as I mentioned, and Bondu came out for that as well. His work, several parts of it are sort of influenced by this movement of glass workers. And we also had David do a couple of days as a visiting artist in our amphitheater, just demonstrating what he does for our museum guests. And he did some of the loop stitch work. And at one point on one of the days, he's getting towards the end of the work session, and he's making a ship, and realized that the style of ship he had started on was starting to take about 5 or 10 minutes too long. And in mid-ship build, he sort of changed the configuration of the sails to a ship that he knew would take 5 minutes less. And I don't have that variety of forms in my head to shift gears that quickly. It was pretty impressive. Again, you notice the real minimal tooling. There's minimal hand tools, heat, a little bit of touching on the marver, a little bit of flapping, but not a ton of hand tools.
You have to stop and pick up a tool. It just takes time so I can bite it or breathe it. I'm wiping, taking it apart. part here, I try to minimize the amount of color that I have to scrap away.
So another way to be more efficient, keep things shaped more uniformly such that the color application on that little bit on the end of the rod that he's applying from, if that stays neat, if the layer of color stays neat on there, he doesn't have to spend a bunch of time stripping off more material, he doesn't have to waste more material. He's that
Set
much
that
more
aside for a
efficient.
moment and get the head on.
He does have all these parts pre-made, in case you haven't noticed, but showing us as many of the details as he goes along as well. So for the eyes of David's dragons, he typically uses really nice marine that he makes. That's a very nice detail, and again, by making eye marine, he can make thousands of eyes over maybe a half hour of building up some color, maybe a little bit longer than that. There's a guy standing very nearby who also makes really nice dragon eye marine that you might be able to purchase. Got the head attached onto the tip of the neck there. Still going to have to get some of that material to flow together a little more uniformly. That was a really tricky angle to be able to get those parts together, to really have them flow together perfectly in one shot. So of course there's going to be a little bit of cleanup. Always make sure as you're making attachments like this, don't leave undercuts. Make sure you smoothen your angles. Glass is cooling, it's contracting a little bit, and with Boral in particular, if you leave those little re-entrant angles in there, it's going to pop apart. Gotta get those smoothed in. With the leg attachments, with the additions on the webbing of the wings, he's able to do a bit of pushing and pulling as he makes that attachment. That pull is going to smooth things out naturally. He couldn't get in there with that head attachment. He wasn't able to make that sort of movement. So yeah, get in there with your hand torch, smooth it in. Just trying to get that material to flow through that seam. So just sort of working that hand torch and giving the glass a path of heat to flow along, smooth it in that much more cleanly. So at this point, it's really just attaching the wings, huh? Cool.
Gonna give it a couple of minutes for the temperature to come back up on the body of that dragon. Then I'll get both of the wings going in one shot. I'll finish on time.
I know you will.
How long does it take you to finish a dragon of this size? Like with all pieces?
4 to 5 hours,
5 hours? Okay.
maybe more. That one, yeah.
Depending on
Yeah, a little bit
size,
more,
yeah.
yeah.
How much of that 4 to 5 hours is prep versus actual sculpting?
I'll probably spend hour and a half on prep.
Yep. In your studio practice, are there times that you will do a prep day and just set up a bunch of prep for the week, or do you
No,
kind of
not
prep when
typically.
you're doing?
I just prep as I go.
Yeah.
One piece at a time. For the most part.
And probably for the,
Something like small production, I might get a lot of prep done first.
but for one of these larger dragons, probably when you get that body prep, you just want to go and keep the core beat and go with it.
That's right, and I'm trying to do a one-off, you know. With each one, I don't want to just think of my large dragons as a production piece, so one-off, so I'll just prep one at a time, so everyone's going to be good. My work has changed quite a bit in the last several years. After I lived in Disney, and it was a big focus on production. While I still focus on production, I'm doing to make a living. I'm doing fine art festivals. So I set up a 10 by 10 tent in the middle of the street in various cities throughout the Florida and the Mid-Atlantic region. And sell my work that way. I don't do online sales. I would, but I schedule so many shows that I just keep up with online sales and do the shows at the same time. So having done 35 art shows last year alone, and I scheduled myself for as many this year. It's a lot of work to get into my studio Monday through Friday and keep up with making pieces to go back out and sell again on the weekend. I will slow down the shows next year and start focusing a little bit more on gallery work, some wholesaling, and online, because I'd like to stay at home every now and then. You ever take a nap?
Dixie might appreciate that too, huh?
Nap, occasional nap.
Yeah, those are good.
But I have a real nice Harley Davidson in my garage that I haven't ridden in about 2 years. That's a real shame. Unfortunately, I won't be able to go any further with this head. I want to get the wings on that dragon, finish it up so it can get out for auction for gas. But until I set it up, top jaw, bottom jaw, I'll go back and add a tongue, teeth, nostrils, eyes, marining eye tips, and some horns, and maybe model it with some more little dots to make it all automated mini look. So let me put this away, and then I'll get the wings on.
I think it's definitely worthwhile as David finishes, take a look at some of these finished dragons here, to look at some of the details on the heads. Again, very smart detail for structure. He's got all the details in there, but the tips of the teeth aren't razor sharp where they're going to chip easily. The tongue is really attached in a really strong weld. So pay attention to a lot of the construction. Good structure to everything. Really setting up the heat. So when he touches these together, the glass is going to flow together. It's very minimal touch up.
What I don't want to do is have to bridge these wings and then go back and blend it smooth with my hand torch if I don't have to. Because I'm in the final stages of constructing this thing, and time becomes a very big issue here. I want to get these wings going and get it back into the oven. So I don't want to fool around with that hand torch if it's not necessary. So I'll get the bottom of this wing really hot, the back of the body of the dragon really hot, so they smooth together in a good way. First time. Press it in. Hard and pull it back out. Like
Really
pull out any of the bulges that have been left behind. And I really try to get my attachment at the angle that I want the wing, so I don't have to bend it back and forth, which would just stress that glass out.
As he's doing that pushing and pulling, he's really watching how the material's flowing. Where is it pulling from? If it's getting a little too thin, stop pulling. Let that firm up, pull again, and the glass will pull the most where it's the hottest. If you want to sculpt on this scale, get some good tongs. Really helpful. You don't want to be guessing if you have a good handle on a big wing like that. Eliminate the variables. You can eliminate some variables by using the right tools. Take your time setting up the heat. There's no rushing here. Concerned about the rest of the piece, but where he's applying the heat, he's fine. He doesn't need to worry too much about the rest of it. He's just focused on that one spot. Takes the necessary amount of time to drive the heat in there. So you can get one touch, get it applied, a little push, a little pull, nice smooth lines. No re-entrant angles.
So it was my intention to stagger the wings. However, my angle, the angle of the peg, a little bit off. So when I go to burn it off with the punches, I'm going to change the angle of the peg so when it goes into a hole on the wood, it'll sit up, at a little bit balanced angle. And I will hit it with the hand torch.
No sense taking any risks at this point. And that first wing is attached so soundly and it's thick enough in that area that he doesn't need the bridge to really fuse in that second wing. He's also accurate enough with the heat. He knows he's not getting that other wing moving at all.
In Robert Mickelson's demo yesterday, he made the comment about bridging. Bridging can be a very useful tool. It's very important to helping you get a good secure blends and whatnot, but do it when it's necessary. You do it all the time, but you don't have to, because it takes time away from the rest of the piece, and you start running risk. So, alright, so here's my dragon, a little off angle, but I'll straighten it up.
Excellent. What a beautiful demo, beautiful dragon. One more time, David Sandage, everybody.
Well, what can I say? That was absolutely incredible. I was just mentioning in the chat how grateful I am to David for allowing me to film this, and to the Glass Art Society, who has, we did the official broadcast in 2017, and since then it's been with the artist's permission. They're like, all right, as long as the artist is cool with it, do your thing. And my thing is, capturing this sort of thing for our community, so we can have this amazing time together and, document glass process stuff, really properly, kind of from our own perspective. I like I said, I can't express my gratitude enough to Gas and to David and to all these other artists, who have just been more than happy to have this stuff filmed and shared in this way. For a community who actually cares, a community of makers. So, yeah, thank you guys so much. That was amazing. Yo, throw some numbers into the chat, 1 through 150, and we're going to pick some winners. I've got, y'all know how I do. I've got a bunch of sticker packs. I was just telling some of the folks in the chat, if you're not familiar, the reason that there's like 20 stickers printed is that we do what's called the Hunger Fund, and it's just a self-perpetuating, kind of like my Newman's Own project or whatever. The sales of these packs makes it possible to keep printing them, and a bit of money goes to Feeding America. We make a donation every now and then. We did the donation actually like a week or two ago and did it to Corning this time because they asked for some support. Like, I know it's Corning, man, but like half their money comes from the museum being open and doing these classes, so we wanted to support them. And we've generated over 100,000 meals for people in need with these sticker packs. So if anybody wonders, we are sticker addicts, but the whole thing is kind of just a fun way, to do something cool together and to not have to just be like, oh, give us money, please. I only do that for traveling. You know what I'm saying? No, but oh snap, hold on one second, you guys. I think there's an issue with Carrie's audio. She's not been able to heckle me. Okay.
You can't hear all my jokes?
No, no. Now you're there. Now you're with us. Sorry, Carrie. Okay.
All right.
Anyways, all right. Yeah, check your number. Make sure it's not taken. I did while you guys are putting those numbers in. I want to take just a second. Like we were looking at this in the beginning of the episode, but the Gas Virtual Conference is coming up. This is like our pre-party. Wanted to share an incredible demo from the conference, which is seriously, it's like the most magical glassy time. It's like everybody you've ever seen in a Corning video, and so many of the people you've seen on Torch Talk, and
I just have to say the Glass Art Society is amazing. I started going when I moved back to Nebraska because suddenly I could afford to travel because I wasn't paying rent like as incredibly expensive as rent was in California. And I went to Louisville, Kentucky for my first conference. And I didn't know that much about anybody in the art world. I had just become addicted to glass and loved glass. And everybody at the conference was so just welcoming, and it didn't matter who you were. I was talking to some people then that now if I walked up to them, I might be a little bit intimidated because I know who they are now, but they were, everybody was really accepting. And as long as I've been a member, there's never been this issue. I've never sensed an issue like anybody was excluded because of the type of art that they made or what they did. The Glass Art Society is awesome. I highly recommend it. Yeah.
Most definitely. Yeah, well said. It's a time where everybody is, man, it really is. I'm not kidding. It, like the receptions and everywhere you go, you just look around and it's all these people who have, I feel like you guys who are here, part of this community and party, I mean, y'all are like the true glass fiends whose heart beats for this thing. So you know what I mean when it's like all these Corning demos that we watched when we were going to bed one night, and you look around and it's all those people and all the stuff. I mean, I know a lot of us are flame workers, but I've watched pretty much any demo that they've got, over the years, and to meet all these people and to find out that their heart beats just the same way, even if we do a little bit of a different thing. And maybe I got there at just the right time, in 2017 after Salt had kind of popped that glass ceiling, and for pipe makers with the whole thing, like, oh, we're making pipes of gas now? Hell yeah. And,
yeah, it's pretty sweet. Earlier I was actually thinking when I was in Chicago, so they have this goblet grab thing, and volunteers kind of man the station while people are dropping off their goblets, and then at the end of this, everybody dropping off goblets, it's a fundraiser for a local charity or whatever. There was actually somebody that was working, some college students that had taken some solo cups and stuck some gum in between them and then put it out like it was a Mattis cookie piece. And so there was all sorts of talk about Mattis cookie in Chicago, which was before the Corning one. So, I think there was a little, it might not have been on the program, but I think that there were pipe makers in attendance just based on that experience.
Word. Yeah, so like I was saying, now this conference that they have put together is truly like goodness. It's like, really, you guys, the link is in the video description, or you just go to glassart.org and you'll find your way there. But this is what's happening here on Thursday and then through Saturday. And man, it's really, the conference is so dank, and now we get to do it online. And it's really, man, there will be like the chat rooms on each video. There'll be like little premieres. And then others are going to be live. Some of the stuff like kiln casting and introduction to core casting, like all these videos and presentations that are ways to learn about process. And this is going to be something really special. So, all right. Has everybody put their numbers in? Are we ready to do a thing? Give some numbers away.
It looks like people are guessing numbers even if they have no idea why. But I think everybody's got it in.
All right. Well, let's pick some numbers here, and then we'll play some games. All right, 37, Do we have a 37?
I see David Sandage with a 37.
What?
Yeah.
Oh shit, David won, my boy. Very good.
That
David,
is
man,
hilarious.
yeah, dude, since we chat on Facebook, just shoot me a message over there if you would with a shipping address. That's fucking great. Hell yeah. All right. Well, yeah, so man, I've got a nice Marini coin. I might even sneak you one that's like polished to 600 and ready to be put into some work or whatever.
Seems like a fair exchange.
Yeah, it really does, man. I would have sent you one anyways. That's fucking awesome. All right, let's pick a couple more winners, and then I've got a couple of packs to give away during the games too. 74. What's up with the 74?
I don't see anything.
Nothing. 13. What's up? Let's see, 3 instances of 13. But it's all people guessing 130 something. All right,
Yep.
all right. Nope. Don't. That's not good enough. 91. I got nothing.
Nope.
Damn, 125. That's what it is, you know. Random.org isn't like one of those average distribution things. Sometimes it'll just pick like the same number twice in a row or the number right next to it. Yeah, we got a 33 here. If somebody didn't pick 33, I got
Peter Kostraba got it.
What? All right. That's what's up. Peter, you can hit me, man, on Facebook since we chat there, or just mikemason@gmail.com. Hit me up, man. If you didn't tune in the beginning, I've been, my room's a little messy, but it's, okay, there you go. That thing actually focused in on it a bit. This is like a color comb cluster, and maybe I can find it. I'll show y'all what we're working with here. I had it up before. Oh, I'm already logged into my own thing.
I think I just linked it in chat.
So it's this, but in like nice polished coin form.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
then,
pretty.
but yo, check that out. That's Josh Arlith, the polishing homie, man. I turned one of them into a guitar pick. Yeah, so anyways, I've been kind of unpacking finally, because when I moved, about 2 days later, I headed off for like the DFO trip or whatever, and I haven't seen this bag of these coins in a while. So, yeah, these things are hard to see, but look at that shine on them, yo. Look at that! You can see my emotional support torch in the reflection. Yeah, that's on my Instagram when I was like, yo, follow the new shit. And guys, if you're not following the Glass Central Station account, that's where we're posting memes and funny stuff every day along with channel updates. And then if you don't want all that funny business, like, nah, Mike, I'm not here for jokes. You can follow
I
at
don't like
Torch
to
Talk.
laugh.
Yeah, you can
Lead me to my misery.
yeah, you could follow us at Torch Talk on Instagram. So anyways, let's pick one more winner for just a sticker pack. I'm out of the coins now, but anyways, there it is. All right, clickety clack, 79. And then we'll get some games going. Yo, we do the Jackbox games. I'm a big fan of, because we can all play them together as long as you have a second screen. Okay, what's happening here? I see somebody's apologizing to somebody else and changing their number, perhaps. Jason
Which
Barr.
one is
He
that?
said,
45, huh?
yeah, somebody was probably like, nah, dog, I'm 69 around here.
Well, Jason Barr says, sorry, Matt, 45.
So yeah, I think I've got, but then there's somebody else has a,
45 is closest. It's
Where's all
both
these-
Jason Barr posting 45 when I see it. I only see two 45s.
okay, well, other 45s might be on my, okay, somebody else said 45 is the closest. When was
Jason.
that?
That was Jason Barr again. So it was-
Earlier? Oh, okay. We're not doing the closest number thing. We're taking direct hits. Okay, I think that's you, Jason. Hit me up, man. MikeMason@gmail.com. What's
wait
up?
a minute.
No, is there not?
Well,
Is there trouble?
I think originally he picked 69, but there were like a bunch of 69s.
Yeah, so he changed his number.
Okay,
He
he changed it to
apologized to the guy
45.
who
Okay,
had the
all right.
69 legitimately.
Okay, way
He
to
was
go.
like, no,
Good
no,
stuff.
you, sir, are the 69er.
Lucky for you.
Yup. All right, yo. I think it's time to play some games. Maybe like a game winner will get another coin or something, and then we'll just have sticker packs, but it's more about playing games together. So we have 2 new Jackbox party packs. They've got earlier editions of shit we like to play, or we could try brand new games. I think maybe we'll try the Fibbage 2. We've been playing this Fibbage game where we lie to one another. How can we- I think that's what we'll
In
do.
a good way, in only the best way.
Yeah. All right. Here it goes. Starting. Whoa.
So yeah, Mike was starting to say, Doc Rubbers, just in time for Jackbox. So Mike was starting to talk about Jackbox and the requirements needed for you. If you're on a computer and you're watching, you just need to open another window, because one of those windows is going to be your controller, and of course you need to be watching the stream so you can follow along with the game. If you're watching on a TV or a computer and you prefer that your controller is a phone, you can use a TV or computer, and your phone is going to be the controller. So whatever your control screen is, you're going to go to jackbox.tv. I linked that in the chat. And then we're going to get a room code when Mike pops this game up. And you're going to enter that room code and your name, and then you'll be able to play. And if you don't get in on the round of players, there's also room to be in the audience, and we are also a player. It's exciting stuff. If you've never played, stick around and watch it at the very least. Join in the audience and get a taste for it. If you've been here and you don't want to stick around, thanks for joining us. Thanks to David for being here. Thanks to Gas for letting us share this stuff. And thanks
let's
to
do
Mike
it,
for
artists.
capturing it. FHNS room code. All right, so this is where you're going to go over to jackbox.tv and you're going to put that room code in there, and then your name, and you'll be joining at least Mike.
Yep.
If nobody else pops in there, I will, but otherwise I will be the lead audience person.
Heyo. Over here.
I need
I
it.
haven't played this one yet. It's
Mama
gonna be
likes.
fun. All right. And now we can join the audience, it looks like. Oh no, the room is full. No audience in this one.
Hello there, game people. Welcome to this top secret art auction. Usually we cater to only the richest and most powerful art buyers in the world. But someone must be playing a horrible prank on me because somehow the 6 of you were invited.
Me. Yep. Heyo. Over here.
I need it.
Mama likes.
I really need to get a job at a higher class gallery. Regardless, before we get started, we'll need some art to auction off. If you look at your device, you'll see I've securely transmitted the title of an art piece I'll need you to draw. Draw a piece of art with your device that would have that title as quickly and as accurately as you can. Take a few extra moments to make it near Van Gogh quality. If someone else buys your art in the auction, you'll receive 50% of the auction price. Do hurry, I bore easily. You'll actually need to draw 2 drawings before this timer runs out, so don't be too precious about it. For what it's worth, we're approximately halfway through the allotted drawing time. So, if you haven't moved on to your second drawing yet, it's time to admit that you're stalling for time. You've squandered too much time. Submit your drawings now, or they will be lost. You're out of time. And I see at least one piece of art didn't get submitted in time. Luckily, we have some art in the back that we can throw in. The auction must go on. Speaking of which, a few quick words about how the auction is going to work. We're going to auction off 12 drawings. Some drawings are worth a great deal of money to the art buyers who couldn't attend the auction, and others are worth a great deal less. You'll each begin the auction with, well, look who's fancy. Fine, on with the game. The first item up for bid. How about we start the bidding at Heyo! Now I'm looking for $500. Do I see $500? Does anyone here have $500?
I need it.
How about $600? Who will give me $600? Heyo! Now I'm looking for $800. Yep. $900. Heyo! Can I get $1,200? I would like $1,200. We are.
I need it.
$1,300. I'm looking for $1,300. Who can show me $1,300? Going once? Going twice? Sold. Congratulations, Orange. You're the winner of this auction. Let's see which artist was responsible for this artistic masterpiece. All right, Yellow. Half of this money goes to the house, and the other half goes to you. Not bad. Not bad at all. But more importantly, let's just see how much Orange can fetch for this piece of art. Winner in the house! We'll set this money aside for you, Orange. Then it can be added to your tally at the end of the game. Moving on.
Well, I wish somebody hadn't hit that skip the fucking tutorial thing, because I have no clue what we're doing here. Somebody skipped that shit. It's kind of annoying, actually.
The bidding will begin
weird that
at
it allows-
$400. Do I see $400?
Oh, right.
I'm
Well,
looking for
they probably didn't understand
$400.
that
Do
they
I
were
see
allowed-
$400?
that they
Over
were
here.
actually doing that.
I am looking for.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Next up is $600. Do I see $600? Will someone show me $600?
Over here.
Who can give me $700? Can I get $700? What I'm looking for is $700. Going once? Going twice? Sold! Congratulations, Purple! Huh, it seems Purple's strategy was to buy their own artwork. That's a pretty good sense of self-esteem. Unfortunately, you don't get your own money back when you buy your own piece of art, so this money is all staying with the house. Well, someone's coffers are lined. Next up. How about we...
I need it.
Next is 700. Me! 1,000 is what I'm looking for. Who here can... Yep. Give...
I need it.
Who can show me $1,200? Next up is $1,200. I would like to see $1,200. $1,200. Me! Now I would like to see $1,500. If someone asked me if I were willing to pay...
I need it.
Do I see $1,600? I would love to see $1,600. I am looking for one. Me! Who can show me $1,900? Can I see $1,900? Do I see $1,900? The next bid is $1,900. Going once? Going twice? Sold! Congratulations, Gray. Good work. I believe the expression is cha-ching. Moving on.
Cash money.
Yellow. Are you okay? The bidding will begin at $400. I'm looking for $400. Do I have $400?
Well, this one is cute.
I'm looking for $400.
I need it.
Next is $700. Do I see $700? I would like to get $700. Going once. Going twice. Sold. Congratulations, Orange. Look at all that fake money you earned. Moving right along. How about we start the bidding at $400?
Heyo!
Now we're looking for $600. Do I see $600?
I need it.
$900. Can I get $900? Me! $1,000.
Yep.
Now I'd like to see $1,100. Can I get $1,100? We are looking for $1,100. Going once. Going twice. Sold. Congratulations, Green. Moving along. The bidding will begin at $400. Do I see $400? I'm looking for $400. Do I see $400? $400 is the next bid.
I need it.
Can I get
I think this is a
$600?
last
Yep.
yes for next
Yep.
I need it.
Who can show me 1,000? I am looking for $1,000. The next bid will be $1,000. Going once. Going twice. Sold. Congratulations, Orange. On we go.
Oh, that's so sad.
Now that we're halfway through, let's make things a little less friendly. You each have one screw. Use it to force another player to bid, assuming they still have enough money. Use it wisely. Or don't. I'm not going to tell you how to or not to screw. Oh, look, it's the lone people.
Running low on money? Predatory loans can help. Just press the loan button on your device now and get $1,000 that you can use in auctions right away. Oh, sure, at the end of the game you'll owe back $1,500. But so what? It's fun. And remember, if you want to borrow money between auctions, just hit the Call Predatory Loans button on your device.
Predatory loans! We really hope that you don't read the fine print.
How about we start the bidding? All right, Red, look down at your device and pick a player. You're screwed, Gray. Me! I see 400. Thank you, 400. Now I'm looking for $500. Do I see $500? Does anyone here have 500?
Heyo!
Next up is $600. Do I see $600? Will someone show me $600?
Yep.
Who can give me $700? Can I get $700? What I'm looking for is $700. Going once. Going twice. Sold. You won this one, Green. Well done, Moneybags. Oh, great. One of you called the bank.
Predatory loans! Don't be scared, it's only your future.
The bidding will begin at $400. I'm looking for $400. Do I have four?
I need it.
Next is $700. Who here can show me $700? We are looking for $700. Going once. Going twice. Green, you dog. Look down at your device. Oh, yellow. You're screwed.
Mama likes.
700. Next up is $800. Who here can give me $800?
Heyo!
Can I see $900? Who here can show me $900? I would like $900. Going once. Going twice. Sold. Congratulations, Red. Sensational. Moving on. The bank again? Seriously?
Predatory loans! Have you seen the opera Faust? Never mind, we never brought it up.
Yellow, I couldn't help but notice you're the only player who hasn't bought anything yet. What's going on? How about we start the bidding at $400? Do I see $400? Heyo! I am looking for is $500. Do I see $500? Going once? Going twice? Sold! Congratulations, Red! Ah, sublime. Next up. Someone went whining to the bank.
Predatory loans! Don't worry your pretty head about the consequences.
The bidding will begin at $400. I'm looking for 400. Do I have 400? I'm looking for $400. Heyo! Now I'm looking for $500. Do I see $500? Does anyone here have?
I need it.
Next is $700. Do I see? Heyo! Now I'd like $800. I'm looking for $800. Can I get $800? Going once. Going twice. Me! Who can show me $1,100? Do I see $1,100? I would like to see $1,100. Going once. Going twice. Sold! Congrats, Gray. Moving right along. How about we start the bidding at $400? Do I see four? Heyo! Yep. Next is seven. Heyo! Now I'm looking for $800.
I need it.
$900. Who? Me! $1,000. Do I see $1,000? I am looking for
art.
$1,000. Going once. Going twice. Sold. Congratulations, Gray. Moving on. The bidding will begin at $400. Heyo! Now I'm looking for $500. Yep. How about Heyo? Who can give me $700? Can I get $700?
Ran out of time
What
there.
I'm looking for is $700.
I need it.
Next up is $800. Who here can give me $800? The next bid is $800. Going once. Going twice. Sold! Congratulations, Orange. Well done. Don't spend it all in one place. Let's see how much money everyone eked out.
I'm not certain about this game. It's fun, but Finally, the nightmare of bidiots is over. Get the hell away from this game. The winner, yo, hit me up, mikemason@gmail.com. This whole thing is... I'm not sure I trust this version of the pack, but let's do it. What? Oh, there we go. Alright, we'll give you a minute for the audience type people. Alright, hopefully you'll be able to join the audience still. Just put that room code in and, you know, make sure your stream, sometimes, you know, if you pause it for a second or whatever, sometimes it just loses the thing. You gotta scroll the little bar over or whatever, so you know you're fully live, whatever you gotta do. Anyways, let's do this.
Hi, this is Cookie Masterson. Prepare yourselves to lie and be lied to. Or is it laid? Lied. Laid. Lay. Ed. Yeah, prepare yourselves to be laid to. Yes, I think that's right. Okay, I see all 8 of you are here. Remember, afterwards, we're starting a cult. Oh, and if anybody else wants to join, they can get in the audience at any time. Audience people can play along for their own personal scores and can like their favorite lie each question. Let's do this. This is round 1, and that means you get 500 points for everyone you fool with your made-up answer. And you'll get 1,000 for finding the truth. And you've got a helper, the defibrillator. It eliminates all but 1 lie. Only 1 use per game, so use it wisely. Select a category. Okay, here's your first question. Ken Aroni owns a weird business that only makes synthetic blank. Now, use your device to enter a bluff that you think will fool the other players into thinking it's true. If you get stuck, for half the points, you can use the help button and get a suggestion. Do it now. Suggestion if you can't think of anything. Okay, here are your choices. Find the truth and touch it on your device. Okay, let's take a look.
Got you, sucker. Got you, suckers. Motherfucker.
That was a complete whiff. This came after his failed rubber genie business. And the rest of these lies didn't fool a soul. Time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. In 2015, the LA County Health Department was called to a supermarket in Temple City after they discovered the store was selling frozen blank. Input your lies now. Hurry, hit the lie for me button if you can't think of something. Okay, there's a truth out there. Find it. Pick something. All right, let's see what everybody picked.
Pick up some kids at the grocery store or whatever. Motherfucker. You lie to me? You do this. Oh, how the turntables.
Frozen raccoons, but the freezing process loses so much of the flavor. And that means...
The fuck? Just like holding tight at 0. The audience.
All right, pick a category. It's not hard. You know what? We'll just stick with this one. Okay, here's the question. In 2013, a woman in the UK was fined for blank her court-ordered ankle monitor. Write your lies now. Hurry up! Use a suggestion if you can't think of anything. Okay, find the truth. Pick something. All right, who picked what?
Eating booty. Yes. Yes. That was worth it.
And that's it. Nobody else's lives got picked. Now it's round 2, where all point values are doubled. And remember to use your defibrillator if you need a little jolt of help. Use it in round 2 or lose it. Time to pick a category. Okay, you can't really take a road there, but let's go anyway.
Let's take a road trip.
Next time you're near Susami Bay in Japan, take a dive 10 meters beneath the water's surface and check out the world's deepest underwater blank. Enter your lies now. Hurry, hit the lie for me button if you can't think of something. Okay, here you go. Find the truth. Pick something. Let's see what everybody selected. Nice lie there, you liar, you.
Beginning back.
And that's it.
What? Jeez. Nobody believed that there's an underwater sex shop, huh?
Select a category.
Well, I'm starting one.
Well, we ain't waiting forever. Okay, here's the question. People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals was once offered George Clooney's used towel by a supporter who owned it. PETA then wrote to Clooney to ask if they could use it to make blank. Type in your lies now. Hurry up! Use a suggestion if you can't think of anything. Okay, where's the truth? Pick something! Okay, what did everyone pick?
Motherfuckers. Clickety-clack.
Good lying there, well fibbed. Okay, well, you all dropped the ball. True story, they wanted to call it Clofu. Look, honestly, we could make this entire game about the stupid PETA does. And nobody fell for some of these ingenious lies.
Now I can laugh at PETA. They used to be like right down the block. So you mean the PETA joke, man? Crazy ass animal person let your cat out in the middle of the night? Fuck that. Not now. I mean, we got a tie ball game, baby.
Category. Okay, here's the question. Around Easter time in 2015, a chocolatier in Britain was commissioned to create a life-sized statue of Benedict Cumberbatch made entirely of Belgian chocolate. The huge delicacy was then lovingly given the name blank. Input your lies now. Hurry, hit the lie for me button if you can't think of something. All right, where's the truth? Pick something. All right, who picked what?
Damn, I need to do better right here.
And nobody picked the other lies up there.
All right. Did I do it? Clickety clack, clickety clack, clickety clack. Thought you were gonna outlie your boy. You came to the wrong party.
It's time for the final fibbage. Just one final question, and it's worth triple. Good luck. Here's your final fibbage question. Curious George's original name. Enter your lies now.
What? How am I supposed to know this bullshit?
Hurry up, use a suggestion if you can't think of anything. Okay, here are your choices.
Fat George. Interesting Ian.
Pick something. All right, let's see what everybody picked.
Damn. Got you. That motherfucker was named Beefy.
And the rest of the board goes unselected.
Come on, me. Hell yeah, it's your boy. Rich get richer. I'm gonna put this sticker pack into my trophy rack. Whatever. No, I'm just playing, man. Whoever was in second, get at your boy. Let's try this other pack, because I got a whole other new pack. It's crazy. Just buying games all over the place. Goodbye. And also goodbye to the hangout. Everything go away. Alright, here we go. Jackbox Party Pack 3. The new. That loud shit. Alright, here we go. Yeah, we gotta lower that volume a bit. Alright, now. OG Trivia Murder Party. Should we do it? I know we like the newer one. Faking it. I don't know about that. Sold. Here we go. Spot. We'll join the TKO t-shirt battle. Alright, here we go. Right?
2, 1.
Damn, my character has a story and
Welcome to TKO. I am the tournament master. Can I interest you in a free personality test? No? Alright, on with the game then. I brought you all here to T-Shirt Island because one of you is a murderer. Just kidding, it's to make T-shirts. Every epic tale starts somewhere. Yours begins here, at the training grounds. You will use your device to draw 3 drawings. Feel free to draw anything that strikes your fancy. And if your fancy isn't feeling so fancy, hit the suggestion button. Get your drawing fingers wiggling. It's time to draw.
What are we supposed to draw?
Make haste before time runs out. Excellent. This time, show me something different. Remember to use the suggestion button if you need an idea. Drawing 2, begin! Only seconds remain. One drawing to go. Let your freak flag fly, man. Begin.
Shit. Which one had to be this creative?
That time is not for decoration. Finish quickly. Yes, I think we can work with these.
T-shirt.
For your last exercise, you will write all phrases as you can. Whimsy is write as many smudged, and there's no shame in hitting the suggestion button if you need it. Go! Keep writing, write like the wind. Time goes short. Hurry up and finish already. Oh yes, this is going to be good. The time for training is over. Have a look at your device. You have a series of drawings and slogans at your disposal. Choose one of each to make the best t-shirt champion that you can. Don't phone it in. Excellent. All is ready. Let the tournament begin.
Good lord.
Gauntlet 1. Versus... Fight. Fight by submitting your votes on your devices, that is.
Mine are on top looking like a little blunt and shit.
A new challenger appears.
What?
Fight for me, babies. Fight.
Play into the crowd, man. Hell yeah. I'm gonna actually print this shirt. Just taking a screenshot right now.
Versus... Attack! A tie won't cut it. The defender wins.
I'll never forget this.
A new challenger appears. I want you to fight.
Damn, hell yeah. My boys.
Versus... Battle.
Well, whoever made that shirt is getting a sticker back. Shoot me a thing at mikemason@gmail.com.
A new challenger appears. Fight.
Yeah, that's a tough one, but I gotta stick with need.
Oh, a new challenger appears. Fight.
What is going on here? I'm Mel, the new torch from Apple.
Winner! Oh, I need a breather. Let's take a training break. Use your devices to enter one new drawing and as many new slogans as you wish. Think outside the box. Go! That time is not for decoration. Finish quickly. Write something. Only seconds remain. The second gauntlet is upon us, and the withered hand of Lady Luck has shuffled your drawings and slogans. Create your deadly T-shirt warrior. I hope you chose wisely. Gauntlet 2. Versus... Attack! Versus... Attack! Versus... Fight! Versus... Fight! A new challenger appears. Go ahead and fight already.
Damn, that audience above really shifted.
A new challenger appears. Fight! Versus... Engage in an altercation.
I gotta go with the other one now. I get the sense of humor of an 8-year-old.
Winners! Brace yourselves for the final gauntlet where the toughest shirts from the previous rounds go toe-to-toe. Prepare to vote. Versus... Versus... Battle! Champion. I hope that's 100% cotton, because it is 100% awesome.
Yeah, dog. Hit me with the address there. MikeMason@gmail.com. Well, it is getting late. Back to the pack. Let's get out of this thing. Y'all want to do one more game? One more round? I'm down for one more round. This is torch stock, goddammit. It's 3 hours of peace and glass. Sure the settings are right for this shit. In this, see what the first version of this game has in store. We've been playing Trivia Murder Party 2. Is it like the Godfather situation where the sequel is better than the original, or is this gonna be the dank shit? I don't know. Okay, here we go. There is a little delay, so you know you always go by what's happening on your controller screen. The stream can sometimes be a little behind what's actually happening in the game, but if you just look at the controller, that's always on time, so that's the way to play that shit. All right, we got one more slot. Wait, two more slots, I guess. Oh, one more slot. Correction. All right, where's our last gangster? With 68 people watching. Where's my 8th player? I'll play a president. About to start this shit without you. There we go. There's my boy. Actually scared me.
Wake up! Come on, wake up! Welcome to Trivia Night, a gauntlet of pain and judgment. But it's really got a lot of heart, and honestly, I think you're going to enjoy it. Until you die. I'm going to ask you a bunch of trivia questions. If you get a question wrong, you have to fight for your life in one of my super fun mini-games. If you do badly in the minigame, I'll kill you. But don't worry, Ghost can still win the game. When one player is left alive, we'll go to the final round where the living and dead compete to see who can escape first. And you can always jump in the audience for a chance to be killed by me. How fun! I hope you enjoyed the time and effort I put into that slideshow. Now let's play. First question. Which one of the Bratz dolls is nicknamed Bunny Boo? Use your device to answer the question.
What the fuck is this? You gotta be like a pedophile to answer this right about.
Time's running out. And the correct answer is... Who got it right? The rest of you, let's play a game.
Y'all ain't babysitting
Welcome
for me,
to
you
the
know what I'm
killing
saying? No, just
floor.
playing, but...
We're going to play the finger cutting game. I think you'll get the point soon enough. I regret that joke the second I said it. Just choose one of your fingers to cut off. I'm sure you'll do great.
What? Oh, man.
Have at it.
No, I can't be losing my pinky. That's to balance the thing. I gotta go to 3. Oh, they just cut it that fast? This is terrible. This game is horrifying compared to the sequel. What the fuck?
Stop figuratively giving me the finger right now and literally give me the finger.
Get wild. Come on. Quit taking dabs and taking fucking fingers.
Thanks for the fingers, everyone. Well, almost everyone. This just won't do. And you're dead. But keep playing and I promise you can still win. Death is not the end. Ooh, look! Here's everybody's score. I put a lot of work into the scoreboard.
Answer late and they cut your dick off or something? This is
Next
crazy.
question. Astigmatism is the uneven curvature of what part of the eye? Time's running out. Who picked this one? The rest of you who are still alive, I have a surprise for you. Welcome back to the killing floor. Let me ask you a question. Answer very carefully. What's the most important thing in life? Type an answer on your device and press send when you're finished. What do you know? A writer who's bad with deadlines. Answering was not optional. Lazy. Just lazy. Ah, the scoreboard returns. This thing practically pays for itself. How about this? What's the title of Nelly's 2002 chart-topping hit? Time's running out. And the correct answer is this. Let's go someplace fun. It's math time. Answer as many math questions as you can before time runs out. Whoever does the worst dies. Let's do this. Yay, math! While you guys are doing math, I've been learning how to fold origami. Today is all about improving ourselves. You're almost there. Math it up. A tie is bad for everyone involved. I hope you haunted elementary school, so maybe you can learn something. Now that we have a second, let me pitch you a business proposition. Trail mix, but just the peanuts. Think about it and get back to me. Here's another one. I enjoy really funny, lighthearted authors, like Stephen King. Paul Sheldon is a character from which Stephen King novel?
Man, this sucks. They keep cutting out all my best options because of my finger being cut off. What happens to your boy?
Time's running out. And the correct answer is this. Let's play a game. Let's see if you can string some letters together. Use letters to spell the longest word you can before time runs out. It was really hard to find good cues to cut out. I'm going to hurt the person with the shortest word. We've pretty much started, so don't dawdle. The letters don't have to touch each other, and remember to press submit when you're done. see what you could come up with. Bad spelling is unacceptable.
What the fuck?
Here it comes.
I was like, if that was a word, this motherfucker's like a genius.
No!
God damn. Okay. Nice
Let's try another one. What word is the present participle in this? Your murderer is burying you up to your neck at the shoreline. Time's running out. Who picked this one? You're in for a treat. Let's play a dice game. I'll go first. 6. Now I need an assistant. How about you? In order to live, should they roll higher or lower? The choice is yours. That is gonna be difficult. Roll lower than me or you die.
This is why I don't gamble.
Yes! Oh, it feels so good!
This game is over. Hit the reset button or whatever. Oops, sorry guys. Don't know what happened.
Alright, next question. Well, poop. I forgot to read my book club book again. Help a captor out? What is the serpent and the rainbow about? Who said this one?
Damn, dude, NP is
Prepare
definitely
for your
Googling
punishment.
the answers. Just playing, but
I want to see
suspicious
your
streak going
artistic side. I've got to use this drawing technology for some of the other games, right? A scary monster. Draw this thing the best you can and press send when you're finished.
Be cool if they would like let me draw too. So we just gotta sit here. While these guys take a dab and not whatever.
Now everyone gets to vote. Pick the drawing that you hate the most. Pick the drawing that makes you go, oh no, I do not want this, waiter, take it back.
Worst drawing. They're both pretty bad.
Go with your gut. Pick the worst drawing. The votes are in. Let's punish the jerk who drew it. I'm still thinking about how bad your drawing was. Only one of you is still alive. You know what that means. It wasn't easy making it here alive, and it won't be easy to escape with your body. I'm going to give you a category. animals on the endangered species list in 2016. Tap on each answer that fits, then press submit.
Man.
Let's see the right answers. You move forward 1 space for every correct answer. You're getting real close to the exit. Oh, did I mention that all the other ghosts get to play too? If a ghost catches up to you, then they will steal your body. Then they can escape and win the game.
Yeah, duh.
Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a third choice to help them catch up to you. Decisions.
Is it the same game? Just motherfuckers lose body parts and shit? It's horrible.
Here's another one. Mammals.
Timer's down. Doctor has enough time to Google everything.
Time is almost up. A ghost is right on your tail. Watch out. Can you stay out of the shadows? Sedimentary rocks. Anytime today, kiddo. Hurry up. Star Trek film titles. I'm going to have to punish my writers. Here's another one. Simpsons characters voiced by Hank Azaria. What a crazy game, am I right? The shadows are coming. African nations. So many kills! Here comes the next question. Heavyweight boxing champs. This is so exciting! Character classes in Dungeons and Dragons.
The aristocrat.
Games.
Print media still alive. Hey, dog. Mike Mason at gmail.com. Get at me. Get you a sticker pack for your brutal victory in the trivia game. Yes, I do want to exit. Well, my dogs, thanks so much to everybody who joined us tonight. Huge thanks to David Sandage for letting me put a camera in his face. To the Glass Art Society, who I mentioned, I'm so grateful to them for allowing me to do this thing that I do, traveling everywhere and capturing process documentation. To have their blessing to, share this sort of thing, with the artist's permission it's incredible. And you guys being here, making this thing an amazing, fun-ass party is why we keep doing it year after year. So thank you guys for being part of this vicious circle of beauty or whatever. I really do appreciate everybody out here who tunes in and makes this thing a good-ass time and, makes it possible to keep giving our industry this type of comprehensive coverage. So, again, you homies, don't forget to tune in and join me and hopefully a lot of other amazing people for the online virtual 2020 Gas Conference. It's going to be what we did tonight, but like a billion options and amazing things and different processes that you might not be familiar with, getting to learn them with some of the best alive. It's really amazing what they put together. So I look forward to rocking that party with you guys until next week. But I'll see you there in the meantime. Hell yeah. Hope you all take care and have a great night. Much love.